Joining us now to discuss the race, Robin Biro, a former Obama campaign regional field director and former Missouri Republican state senator, John Loudon. We appreciate you both joining us on Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
Great to be with you, Ed.
Robin, I want to start with you. When the president headed out of the White House a couple days ago and seemed to express at least some mild support for Roy Moore, Democrats jumped all over the president. What happened to innocent until proven guilty in this country?
That is very still much a thing, and you could ask the very same thing about Al Franken, but I want to point out that Democrats were very quick to point out that...
Well, hang on, didn't Al Franken admit, he admitted to some of the groping, though? There is a difference. I'm not defending either of them.
Yes.
But in case of Roy Moore, you say innocent and proven guilty is still around, but Democrats don't seem to want to be treating Roy Moore that way, is all I'm asking.
And my point is that Donald Trump, the best he could say is that that he said that he didn't do it, that he believes him. He said the very same thing about Putin, that he believed Putin just on his word that he didn't do anything with Russian collusion. That alone, I think, is cause for suspect. And I think this is a very tepid response, very tepid support. I know that this was not Donald Trump's first choice, and I think that he has the ad that you just played a moment ago. The part that was missing was that they said that Roy Moore is a candidate of character. They didn't say what kind of character. It is beyond reproach. He has terrible character. So I think the nuance there is they did not quantify exactly what type of character.
John, I've got to give Robin high marks at least one point, which is that we started in Alabama, and yet as a Democrat, he still found a way to wind his way to Russia.
That's right. You caught that too, Ed. Nice.
So I use that as a way of getting you into this conversation. What do you think about what he said about Roy Moore?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, absolutely. First of all, we really kind of don't know, about the character of Roy Moore in this dichotomy. We have allegations that are 40 years old, and we have like a 30-plus year history of one wife and no scandal. So what is his character? I mean, I don't know how anybody can assert that he's unequivocally a bad character. Maybe he was a bad character and now he's a good character. Maybe the allegations are true. We don't know. But to assert that a guy for the last 30 years has been fine and say, but that means he's still an evil character.
That may be the case,
It's not like Al Franken's got the pictures right there.
Sure. Fair points you make, but you have to admit as a Republican that if Roy Moore has the good housekeeping seal of approval that some want to say, how is it that we've got a graphic of, I think it's 29 Senate Republicans who would be serving with him if he wins, who have said, there they are, a whole lot of Senate Republicans saying, we endorsed him before, and now we unendorse him, basically. If he is so fine of character, why are these Republicans running for the hills?
I can't understand it, Ed. I mean, I guess there's a political explanation that is swamp in nature. I mean, I'm wearing my Donald Trump tie in honor of his being down here in Palm Beach right now and having it right. He wants another Republican senator, and you have a bunch of Republican senators who would rather have a Democrat senator. Yeah. What's going on here?
Gee, Robin, I just want to know, it doesn't seem like you're wearing a Trump tie, unlike John.
I'm not wearing.
I think
this is my Thanksgiving tie.
It's
just for Thanksgiving.
So here, I want to end on this. I want to give you a chance here, Robin, because I always enjoy having you on. And as a Democrat, it's Thanksgiving. And yet you still went right to Russia. We went from Alabama, and you took us on this wide turn from Alabama to Russia and how the president is with Vladimir Putin. Are you going to give him some grace on Thanksgiving?
My point, though, was just that Donald Trump is taking people at their word, even our adversary, Vladimir Putin. That is my concern. He's taking Roy Moore at his word. He said that even if these accusations are true, that they're old. I don't think that's good enough. When this came out against Al Franken, we immediately said on the Democratic Party that if it's true that he needs to step down, they're making excuses for Roy Moore, and I don't think that's good for the party. The Republican Party touts themselves to be the party of family values. I honestly think that is in jeopardy right now.
Well, wait,
and this gives Democrats.
I'm going to give John a final word, but Robin, hang on. When you're saying, go ahead,
there's a basic virtue: wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. The president is taking people at their word until proven wrong.
Well, and Robin, last thing here. You were just saying a minute ago that when Al Franken got in trouble, Democrats immediately said, if this is true, he has to step down. That's not what they're saying. Chuck Schumer and other Senate Democrats are, yes, being hard on him. I admit that. But they're not saying he should go. They're saying he should be investigated by the Senate Ethics Committee. That's a lot different.
That is a lot. I'm speaking mostly for myself, to be honest.
Okay.
I've been on five times this week calling for him to step down. I think that he needs to step down if these are true. Somebody in the Democratic Party has got to say that. I have been very clear to say that if these are true, he's got to step down.
All right. Robin, John, happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate you both spending a little bit of time with us.
Thank you so
You
much.
too, Ed. Thank you.